Warning for brain rot. This is mobile games. Mobile gaming. A lot of people don't seem to really appreciate and value mobile gaming as its own platform. While yes, a good amount of the demographic is made up of kids, I mean, who doesn't have a spare iPad laying around at this point?
I like to eat iPads.
Still is a valid way to game. You are no less of a gamer if you use mobile. But throughout the years, the games on mobile have deteriorated significantly. Work Race 3D, anyone? We've gone from classics like Temple Run, Angry Birds, Talking Tom even back in the day was great. But now it's flooded with just shittily made, constantly cranked out, god-awful Unity games made in 5 seconds. But thankfully none of those have shows. More classic games have shows. And that's what we'll be getting into today. So here's the mobile gaming shows retrospective. Also, to save myself from the stupid comments of, oh, this didn't start as a mobile game, anything that was either put to mobile and got a show or was on it but became a really popular, like, computer or console game, I'm doing another time in a separate video. That said, let's start out with what's probably one of the most recognizable mobile games of all time. You're probably wondering, why just Angry Birds and not a singular show? Because under the definition I gave, this counts all these shows. So I guess it's speedrunning time. Angry Birds World Cup, meant to promote the 2018 Russia World Cup. It aired on their YouTube channel for one season on June 9th, 2018 to July 11th of 2018. Angry Birds Bubble Trouble, inspired by Angry Birds Dream Blast, with the characters being children. It had 2 seasons, 48 episodes, and it aired on Amazon Prime, Netflix, and their YouTube channel. Angry Birds Makerspace. This takes place in a warehouse for both pigs and actual birds to experiment with high-tech gear. It ran for 2 seasons with 37 episodes, 4 specials, and it originally aired on YouTube. Angry Birds on the Run. I didn't even know this existed. This is a live-action Angry Birds show. Sadly, it is British. 3 seasons, 41 episodes. It's still airing, and it's on the Angry Birds YouTube channel and Netflix. Angry Birds Slingshot Stories. It ran for 26 episodes in 1 season on the Toons TV and Angry Birds YouTube channels. Angry Birds Stella. A Finnish production. This is based off Stella and her flock, and it ran for 26 episodes for 2 seasons, running on the Toons TV and Angry Birds YouTube channel, but also Cartoon Network Canada. Real star for content, huh, Cartoon Network? Angry Birds Toons, just a collection of shorts, ran on all these platforms for 3 seasons of 104 episodes. Angry Birds Zero Gravity, of course, based on Angry Birds Space, running for just 3 episodes that were 40 seconds long from October 3rd, 2018 to October 13th, 2018. Angry Birds Summer Madness, running for 3 seasons of 40 episodes, and having originally aired on Netflix. Angry Birds Blues was starring Blue Angry Birds, I guess, and Piggy Tales, which for some reason is titled differently for all 4 seasons. This ran for 4 seasons of 121 episodes and 2 specials, running from April 11th, 2014 to May 30th, 2019. Aired on all these platforms. Due to the large amount of shows, I'm just going to group them all together. 3 out of 5 for everything entirely. Subway Surfers, the animated series. Every episode is 3 to 5 minutes, all on the same YouTube channel. There's actually a playlist with all the episodes in it. Only 11 episodes were produced, and there's some extras, little content pieces in there. I don't know what to call it. There's been no new entries in the show since about 5 years ago now. And I mean, it's not the worst, but it's also not good. Like, I mean, if you're a fan, you'll enjoy it, but not for me. 2.5 out of 5. I genuinely think it would be smarter to put your show on Tubi more than it would be to put it on YouTube Premium. Because even for the 5 people who do have Premium, I don't think any of them watch the Premium shows. But I genuinely need to know what their logic was exactly for making the show on YouTube Premium. What does YouTube have to do with fucking Fruit Ninja? The series follows Seb, Nia, Peng, and Ralph as they practice the karate form of Jiu-Jitsu. God, I hate half-brick. Side note, did you know they have a subscription service? Dog, you have 3 good games. Chill out. The show did obviously not last. It only went for 13 episodes. Instead of going for the ideal, like, oh, maybe it's a 2D, like, more Japanese manga stylized show, it's a 3D show that looks like the Mega Man show. The real benefit is Sensei, because, I mean, it's Sensei. Who doesn't love him? 2 out of 5 bombs.
Bombs? Please, I wanna die.
I knew this would happen eventually. So Talking Tom, right? Very iconic series, and rightfully so. It's basic for the time, but very innovative. But what ended up happening was there were so many knockoffs made, talking Pocoyo anyone. No one really knew what was official, and if they did, they kind of just gave up on it after the first like 5 games. And the biggest problem with that is Outfit 7, the creators of the Talking series, had a big habit of making very crappy kind of talking games at first. So anything from them was either never upgraded past the first like iPhone model, or it was just forgotten about and left to die. There is 5 main characters in the Talking Tom and Friends show: Tom, Angela, Ginger, Ben, and Hank. The series has had so many more characters than that. So here's a list of their discontinued characters, and one that I'm going to exclude to the end to rant about even more. Talking Baby Hippo, Talking Bacteria John and John, Talking Gina the Giraffe, Harry the Hedgehog, Larry the Bird, Lila the Fairy, Rex the Dinosaur, Robbie the Robot, and Santa Claus. Just Santa Claus, which I'm not going to lie was my favorite because you could send customized pictures of Santa sticking his butt out with text written on his fucking underwear, which was hilarious. But now is what I really want to rant about. Pierre the Parrot. Pierre is probably the most known of these lesser characters solely because he was in media with these other characters. The other ones would be referenced or maybe even show up sometimes, sure, but Pierre was literally like a main character, and it stayed that way until around the time Hank came in. He had been basically phased out before that, and then they brought in Hank. So not only was there now 3 cats and 2 dogs, there was nothing else. And this may sound nitpicky, he's the best character in the entire franchise. It had the most stuff to do. Throw tomatoes, make him play the guitar, turn on the blender, throw cups. I don't like that you had to pay $1.99 for him to turn the faucet on, but you know, whatever. Plus, you could still do other stuff. You could tap him and get him like clapped by Tom holding up Ayo. Make him do these little, oh my god. Even the voice it's grating, but it's funny at the same time. My man Pierre got done so dirty, man. Also, I'm still mad at them for removing the custom videos on Talking Tom News. Bring it back. Anyways, I'll finally talk about the show. It's awful. 1 out of 5. Like, what do you want me to tell you? It's nicely animated. That's about all it has going for it. It's a baby show for babies. Like, that's the demographic now. That's all that it is. If you really do want a good Talking Tom show, I recommend strongly the original one that is on Disney's YouTube channel. Disney made this show, or they at least have the rights to it. I don't know which it is, but whatever it is, it's a little bit annoying because of the voices, but if anything, just turn it down a little bit. I don't know what to tell you. It's better than this show. I'll tell you that right now. I mean, if I had to pick between either of them, I'm picking the Disney one any day of the week. And I mean, seriously, any day of the week. It is like a million times better. But yeah, overall, I'd say it's like a 1 out of 5. The animation's good. The voice acting's fine. The characters themselves are and everything else is just bad. Justice for my boy Pierre, though. He deserves better. Also, why can't they just relist all the old apps? Charge for like $10 or something. Just like bring them back. Anyways, that is all for this video. Next episode, I actually haven't decided on. Let me check. Next episode is Rayman, Rabbids Invasion, Attacking the Power of Juju, and Ape Escape. See you next time. Oh, and if you did like this, I'd appreciate a like. Thanks.